Early this month, Japan was supposed to get a state visit from the Chinese president, Xi Jinping. However, guess what happened? A month ago, the first visit like this in a decade had to be postponed as the novel coronavirus began to spread. So far, it has not been rescheduled for a new date. Not only that, Japan is now doing things that China may not feel very comfortable with.
Supply chains between major trading partners have been disrupted by the spreading of the coronavirus. In order to help manufacturers move production out of China, Japan has set aside $2.2 billion of its record economic stimulus package. This includes 220 billion yen, $2 billion for companies switching production back to Japan, and 23.5 billion yen for those that will switch production to another country. Under normal circumstances, China is Japan's biggest trading partner. However, imports from China have decreased by nearly half in February due to the closing of factories because of disease. This has deprived Japanese manufacturers from receiving the components that they require. As a result, talks of a reduction in the reliance on China as a manufacturing base have been renewed. Last month, the government's panel on future investment talked about the need for a shift back to Japan for high added value products as well as the diversification of goods produced across Southeast Asia. A Tokyo Shoko research survey from February found that out of more than 2,600 companies that responded, 37% of them were diversifying procurement to locations other than China during the coronavirus pandemic. For many years, China and Japan have been involved in a dispute over the islands that are thought to contain many natural resources below their seabed. China claims that they have ownership of them. Additionally, Beijing is engaged in maritime disputes in the South China Sea. Even though the Philippines, Malaysia, Taiwan, Brunei and Vietnam have potential claims over the area, they assert sovereignty over almost all of the region. It may be a little too early to conclude, but if things continue this way, China should find it difficult to convince other nations which may take the route of self-securing protectionist policies after all of this is over. Now, the world is dealing with an unforeseen situation. The expectation is that geopolitical strategies will have to be redesigned by almost all the countries. In the coming years, the definition of globalization will be altered.